India with Designer Accessory Adoption. Thanks for watching this video and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be, as you can see from the title, be talking about my 3 top picks from my own collection of top handle handbags that are my favorite. So before I get into it, definitely consider liking, sharing, and subscribing if you enjoy content related to fashion, luxury, contemporary brands, more so focused on the pre-owned side of things. But if you enjoy unboxings, product reviews, lifestyle type of videos, definitely consider, like I said, subscribing and sharing with your friends. I would definitely appreciate it. Also, if you're enjoying the content, to like this video. Thank you, if this is your first video, for giving me a chance and clicking play. And a special thank you to the folks who are returning for another video. I really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into today's topic. All right, so first up, I think I'm just gonna go in the order of me purchasing them, and then I'll talk about which are my top picks, I'll say, out of the items. So yeah, I'll do my top picks. So first off, my top picks, I have, just so you know the total, counting in my head, I have 6, or I actually will say technically 7, top handle handbags. And I say technically 7 because if you see this little puppy back here, this little vintage puppy back here in the corner, it does have a top handle. It is the Tory Burch, I believe the carrier bag if I remember. So it does have a top handle. I don't use it for the top handle, so that's why it's a technical 7. But anyway, we'll say 7 with all the bags that I have that are top handles. So my first up top pick, not top pick, sorry. But yeah, my first up top pick, and one that I purchased first because I said I would go in order, is going to be my Prada Queer Twist Lock. Sorry, I hope I'm saying that correctly. But it's a double twist lock tote. So this handbag, I don't remember the exact year, but I did purchase it pre-loved. I have not literally purchased. I have not carried this bag in probably at least a year. And that's just due to me staying closer to the house and not really needing to carry a bag this size. But I still love it. I love the versatility of the color. The strap is great, but mostly I either carry it like this or in the crook of my arm. So I love this bag, really like it. It is a little bit cumbersome to get into, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is definitely one of my top picks for my collection. It does have bottom feet, which I'm a sucker for hardware, metal hardware, and bottom feet. And the reason I point out metal hardware is because that beautiful click-clack noise is, I just love it. All right, next up is going to be pick number 2 for my top picks, and that's going to be the Tory Burch Kira Chevron print top handle. All right, so here is the Tory Burch one that I just mentioned. It is in lambskin. It's not as soft as my other lambskin bag that I have, but it's great that it's not as soft and supple because you want it to be hard wearing. You definitely want to be hard wearing. Obviously, this is Chanel inspired by the quilting as well as the handle. You can definitely name out a few handbags that this looks similar to. One of those being, I want to say the Coco handle if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, there's a couple of handbags that it's very similar to. This one's not that tall and it's just a little bitty one. But I like the color because it kind of reminds me of like Etaupe from Hermes. Just like that beautiful popular color that sells. It commands a high price on the resale market. Sorry, need to turn my light on. I'm not sure if it made a difference. But anyway, we'll leave it on now. So I like the color because of that, because I think it's uniquely versatile because of this kind of color tone here. It's more like a tan with the undertones of gray, I'd say. But really like this one and bought it last year. So been using it frequently and really do like it. All right, so like I mentioned, I said 3. So the third up is going to be this one that I actually got last year too. And this is going to, this did not come with it. This is a Lindy's charm, but this is, this is going to be the Salvatore Ferragamo Margot in the small. This is the version that does have a beautiful pocket on the back, and I got this pre-owned as well. So love this because it's understated. Unless you are familiar with the Gansini, sorry if I'm not saying that correctly, emblem that Ferragamo uses all the time, you wouldn't know what type of handbag this was. It is stamped here, but that's in cursive, so it's not like you can read that from across the street. So like it for its understated use. Now, as far as it goes for usability and versatility, I will say that the Tory Burch Kira, which let me grab that, I'd say this one comes in first place. The reason this one comes in first place is because of the size of it. It's very convenient. It's large enough, and you'll see air paper in here, but it's large enough to hold everything. I love how segmented it is. You can also, when I flip these up, which is a nice feature of it, so they just don't stick out the entire time, I can put a strap on it to throw this over my shoulder, and the color is great. It is also easy to get into and out of. Now, with this being empty, it is harder to close it. Sometimes the lock gets stuck a little bit and it makes it hard. I can't really twist it to close it, but sometimes it hesitates every now and then. I have a feeling that it's because when I first got this handbag, actually, if you haven't seen that review video, it is linked down below in the unboxings, I want to say, or reveals series. Definitely check it out if you want to see that detailed part 1 and part 2 review. But I dropped it. It fell like this on top of a trunk to the concrete. And I think that kind of made it a little, like, jacked something up here. So I want to say it's because of that, not because of the design of the hardware. So anyway, sometimes it gets a little bit stuck, but most of the time it's great. And it's just an easy twist lock that I can easily flap open and close. And it makes it easy to get in and out of. So this is going to be my top pick for those reasons. Second place is going to go to the Margot. I had to pause for a second. So second place is going to go to the Margot. The reason why is because I do have a back pocket here, and I absolutely love being able to access my phone without having to open the entire handbag. Both of the bags, between the Prada and the Tory Burch, both do not have pockets on the exterior. So that means I'll either have to have my phone in my hand, my pocket, or I have to go in my handbag and get it. So I love that I can stick my phone here if I need to and use it. Now, otherwise, with ease of use, I would say this one's a little bit more, slightly a little bit more work to get into, just because you have this little hinge closure here. One reason is I am a little bit nervous because I feel like my husband tells me that I'm stronger than I realize I am. And I'm scared that I try to be gentle pretty much because I'm scared that if I'm too forceful, I'm just going to really break the hinge by just mindlessly opening it with too much force. So that makes me nervous, and I try to be gentle with it and mindful when I open it up. And for those reasons, I kind of think about it and hesitate a little bit when I'm opening and closing this bag. But also with that, you do have the flap here. That one has a flap too, but you kind of got to pull the hinge back, which I feel like takes a little bit more effort. But for that reason, it comes in second place. This one is segmented into 2 components. It is a leather lined handbag. It also has a slip pocket on the back. It is definitely roomy for a smaller handbag, and it does have bottom feet, as you can see here. But what this one feature, well, I say 2, besides the pocket on the back, another feature that this one has that kind of is better than the Tory Burch is the beautiful suppleness of this handle. That handle on the, I'm pointing at the floor because it's sitting next to me, but the handle on the Tory Burch here is much more stiff than the feel of this Margot. It is firmer on the top, which you'll see that kind of band right here that is kind of firm and sturdy, but the underside is very soft. So it almost feels like, you know, like your mushy memory foam type of thing. It's just very soft. And it's a beautiful handle to feel and squeeze in your hand for that reason. Now, my other caveat here is I don't really like using the original strap with this handbag. I actually saw a review on Bloomingdale's about it, and it is kind of like a haphazard, like second thought type of thing that they did with the design of the handbag strap. And because the hardware, I'll get a little bit closer. If you see how thick the hardware is, it is really hard to find another strap that has the real estate between the hook, like you see with this big hook here, to make its way around the thick hardware. So for that reason, a lot of times I'm only carrying this handbag when I absolutely know that I don't have to be hands-free is actually what I want to say. So if I can always keep this in one hand at any point, then I will walk around with this one, which could make it slightly inconvenient because you just can't grab and go and use it in different scenarios. But for those reasons, you just really have to be mindful of the leather strap or the handbag strap that you use, like I said, because of the thicker hardware. And then, dun, obviously I had 3 handbags, 3 slots. Coming in at the 3rd slot is going to be the Prada twist lock. And simply it's just going to be because this twist lock is 2 of them. So really you have to leave it open so it makes it easier for you to get into. It's a lot more effort to get into this handbag versus the other 2 that I just mentioned. Like you see here, the twist lock, when you pull it up, you have this, but then you also have this flap here. So you really have to get into 2 flaps before you can get into your handbag. And there's no back pocket, so, you know, obviously you just have to easily keep it open. So I really just leave it untwisted like this when I'm walking around to just make sure that I can easily get in. But there's 2 flaps that I have to make my way through to get to the handbag. It is big. It is leather, all leather, full leather, outside and inside leather line. So it is a already heavy handbag with this substantial hardware added onto it. So if you can imagine, because it is a larger handbag, you can fit a lot more in here, which makes it a lot more heavier. But that's not, I don't really mind that because I don't carry everything in the kitchen sink with me. So weight is not an issue. It does have a handbag strap, which is great because you can easily just throw this on your shoulder if you need to be hands-free at any point. So I would say it is more convenient. But for those reasons, because of the 2 flaps here, so it's not really as easy to use, then I would say it comes in 3rd place as well as usability and functionality. So that's my 3 top picks. See, and sometimes it is slightly like became misaligned a little bit. So you saw me kind of like fumble with it just a little bit to get it, I'm turning this the wrong way. You saw me fumble with it just a little bit to get it open. So you can definitely imagine that's why I always leave it unlocked. But you know what? Still with those quirks, I still really enjoy this handbag. And I think it's unique and cool. And I love the color because the color is really versatile. So those are my top picks from out of my collection. Let me know what your top handle picks are. Also, if you're not a top handle person, let me know why. I would love to get your thoughts on it. I definitely have found that I really gravitate towards top handle handbags, even though they can sometimes be a little bit inconvenient because if you don't have a strap so you can easily throw it over your shoulder when you need to be hands-free, it doesn't make it as easy to use in all scenarios. Like for me, I'm mostly just going to the store to pick up things, so I need my hands to be mostly free. Or I should be planning on not picking up a lot of things, especially with the Ferragamo because of the bag strap situation that I mentioned before. But also with that, I was going to say something else. But yeah, definitely let me know what your top handle picks are. Also, let me know what you have in your collection. I would love to continue this conversation with you in the comments down below. And if you're at this point of the video, I really do thank you for watching. And I typically love videos every Wednesday covering topics that I mentioned before: fashion, luxury, contemporary brands, pre-owned topics, as well as chatty lifestyle videos as well. So consider subscribing. I would definitely appreciate it. And also consider liking this video so it can definitely help me boost up on the YouTube algorithm to other people who like similar topics. Like I said, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. are when my videos release. I also release a video at 8 a.m. every other Saturday. So at the most, you will get 6 videos from me a month. I thank you so much to everybody that has joined my channel so far, has watched, commented, and subscribed. I cannot be at this point that I am without you, and I really want to say thank you. So have a good day, and thank you for watching. Bye.